Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're checking out another one of the 30 Minutes Missions line, the Gardonova. This is another one that has some very familiar One-Year War Xeon type of vibes going on with it, but it's a really awesome design, certainly very unique. Let's go ahead and check it out in today's review. Alright guys, so starting off taking a look at the outside of the box. If the Gardonova looked like a Dom, this one definitely looks like a little bit like a Hygog to me if we're going to compare them to Xeon mobile suits. But the desert color scheme definitely looks quite different and it's very cool, really fitting to the design. I think it's very interesting. With some cool artwork there in the background as well. Going around here on the side of the box, you can see this is number 45 in the line. On the bottom of the box, a little bit about the articulation. Should be very nice, as you can expect from any of the 30 Minutes Missions line, but there's a look at some action poses here with this kit. It looks very cool with just the weird, interesting, different, I should say, proportions of this. I think it's going to be a very nice one. But then of course you can obviously combine and customize this with other kits in the line, and that will also look very cool. On the top of the box, here is a look at what the kit is going to look like, just built up straight out of the box without any painting or anything done on it. So there it is, how it's looking front and rear. Alright, opening it up, we'll take a look at the runners here just a second. First, let's take a look at the instruction manual, which is going to feature the same artwork in the background on the front of the box, but here it is in full color. Very cool kind of night attack scene there. You got some information over here in Japanese and in English about the Gardonova, and then as per usual, a segment there in the middle about the story. That's also there in Japanese and English. And then down here, a cool CG render of the mecha with the Steel Nova and the Gardonova there as well. Another page here in the manual going to be giving you some tips about how you can combine different parts to make this pretty cool looking version of it over here by mixing and matching parts from different weapon sets and different suits. We've got our parts list here as well there, and then a little bit of color. Most of the instructions here just going to be there for you in black and white for the rest of the construction. Starting off with runners, we've got our polycaps here, PC7 for some polycap ball joints. We got runner A2 in clear red for the clear mono-eye piece for that. And then runners A3 and A4 are going to be here in gray for some of the new parts here for this, including its new weapon. Runner B is going to be our 30 Minutes Missions frame runner here in dark brown for a bunch of joint parts there. Runners C3 and C4 also going to be in dark brown, but not quite as dark there for our secondary color of the suit. And runners D3 and D4 here are going to be in this light sandy color there for the main color of the suit, so most of the armor there. Alright guys, so here's the kit all built up. It's pretty cool looking, very cute. He's here and Mom said it's his turn on the Xbox. But like with the Gardonova, it's going to be pretty simple in terms of its accessories and everything, so this is going to be one that I think makes for a pretty awesome design just as it is on its own. But if you wanted a little bit more out of it, you're definitely going to have to pick up some different option sets to add more to it. As it is, the only real accessory we have is just going to be his little SMG here with this ammo drum that's attached onto the top there like so. Could, if you wanted to, attach this onto the bottom instead. But just if we're going off of the design, how it's meant to be, according to the manual, it's there on the top like that. You can also remove this piece here at the front, and then you have your standard connection where you can plug multiple different style rifle barrels into that. We do have the same backpack part, like with the Gardonova. You can use that if you want. That'll just attach onto the back like so, or you could invert it if you want. There's no particular way it needs to go on, up or down. Also, these parts here on the side on the Gardonova were part of the thighs, like that. In this case, they're attached onto the side skirts. So again, they're just kind of optional pieces you can kind of attach onto wherever. At the moment, I've just built it up as it's sort of quote unquote meant to be. The eye here is actually a part of the chest. So if you remove that off the chest, that chest part, then the head, you can see just has the normal connection, so you could plug any other different head that you wanted onto there really. So this part, which appears to be the head, is really just kind of all a part of the torso that just plugs down onto there. This part just plugs onto the front of the torso to give us the appearance of like a head on top of there. Even though this has the color scheme of the GOG, the arms are certainly a little bit more like the Hygog, how you have these long arms and you have the normal elbow joint, which is there, and you have another joint which is here, and then at the hands the claws will move here so you can adjust the angle of that as a whole, and you can close these two main claws there, the longer ones. The only issue, unfortunately, is that there's no rotation of this, so you can't like rotate the angle of the claws. If you wanted to have him holding the gun, you basically have to hold the arm like straight out. And it looks a bit weird to hold a gun with these big claws, but you can do it. So it's just if you wanted to have the elbow bent, you can't really do that, unfortunately. So like I said, it's a really cool design, even though the one accessory that you have is a little bit kind of awkward to use, the gun, but it is still a cool gun design. Even if you don't necessarily end up using it with this, I think it does make for a cool one that you could just give to a different kit. Chances are, if you're a fan of the 30 Minutes Missions line, then you probably have more than one different 30 Minutes Missions kit, and you could always mix and match weapons or make some other kits have multiple weapons, things like that. So having more accessories, even if it's not something you want to use with this particular kit, not necessarily a bad thing. You can always just give it to a different kit in the line, or a different Gundam kit or whatever else, which is generally kind of standard high grade size, should be the right size to be able to use anything left over that you might have from this kit or anything else from the line. So while I think kits like the Spinatio and the Spinatia are nice because they include a little bit more in the way of accessories, kits like this, still really cool design, and there's plenty of accessories out there. They're just available as separate weapon sets, so I won't really harp too much on that. Just I think that may be something you want to keep in mind if you wanted to get this kit and you might have wanted something else to go with it. Look at the different option sets that are available. I think those might be a good opportunity for you to enjoy this kit more if you have some more kind of stuff with it. Maybe the kit on its own may feel a little bit lacking, but I think it's a really cool design. Like I said, what are your guys' thoughts on this design? Let me know down in the comment section below what you think about this one. And as always, if you want to check out some of the 30 Minutes Missions kits and option sets and everything else from Bandai, you can check out the link in the video description to USA Gundam Store. Got all this stuff there available for you guys to check out, and if you guys would also like to like and or subscribe, that would be greatly appreciated. But thank you all so much for checking out the video today. Until next time, hope you all have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.